Sup, nerds? Finally feeling spry, and I believe I owe the community 2 D&D monster stat blocks, so here's the first winner. That's Millimation. I promise I practiced pronunciating that, and I'm sure I still got it wrong. You have a lot of fiery content, and I was inspired by your OC, Lotti the Jester. Although your OC does have a good heart, I decided to dial in on the fiendish and crank that sucker up to 11. You are Lotti, Jester of the Hells. And here is your fiendish stat block. Pause to read. Lotti, Jester of the Hells, is a CR10 Lawful Evil Medium Fiend with good hit points and stats focusing on dexterity and charisma. Obviously, you're skilled in performance, and you have a long list of damage resistances, including those from non-magical attacks not made from silvered weapons, as most fiends do. You are fully immune to fire damage, and you have magic resistance. Your kit has an interesting amount of duality, focusing on both plants and fire. Kind of polar opposites, if you'd ask. So you have one amazing ability, and that is called Soul Flower. Only once per month do you attempt to capture the body and soul of a creature and change it into a flower. The creature is essentially imprisoned within a pocket dimension contained inside that flower, which Lotti carries around maniacally. The creature cannot see or move, but the creature can always hear exactly what Lotti is saying to it. This transformation will last 1 full month, or unless the flower is destroyed or Lotti is killed. So you can be sure that Lotti will always keep that flower close to her heart so she can whisper and torment the poor creature trapped inside. You're primarily a spellcaster, so you have a long list of spells including Burning Hands, Charm Person, Fireball, Invisibility, Charm Monster, and Wall of Thorns. If you like the stat block and you want to see or download the over 150 that I've made, you can go here, or you can even commission me. Finally, onto her multi-attack, where she will either use 1 cantrip and 1 explosive vine attack, or 2 explosive vine attacks. Her explosive vine attack has a 15-foot range, causes a small amount of slashing damage, and if the attack exceeds the target's AC by 5 or more, she can use her bonus action to cause the vine to explode, dealing an additional 14 fire damage. Talk about explosive growth. Let's continue. And finally, her final ability, which is on a recharge, is her Erupting Garden. She chooses a point she can see out to 120 feet, and vines and thorns burst out of the ground in that area. And one more thing, they're basically all on fire. Creatures who begin their turn or move through this area take 5 piercing plus 7 fire damage for each 5 feet that they move. That and her other abilities, like Spiked Growth and Wall of Thorns, are going to be enough to keep other creatures at bay from doing damage to her up close. I know Lotti the Jester is good at heart, but I decided to go all fiend on this one. No Diet Coke of evil here. Maybe this interpretation is just the final thing her enemies see after they've gravely wronged her. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed your monster.